Well, I say, Jesus, what? Rue, I don't know much about makeup, but I wouldn't give this to my worst enemy. Hey, shut up. Do you know how many lipsticks I have had to suddenly flake into the bin or into the river? Fair enough. Well, let me introduce you to Mr. Mac. I started working on him. I smudged a coffee-coloured shadow across his eyes, then drew an inky line across the lids, trying my best to flick upwards. I remember Michelle boring us all about cat eyes at school. Rue, though, he actually looks like a cat. I let him put on his own mascara, because I'm too afraid of poking him in the eye. I dab a tiny bit of pearly highlighter on his cheekbones, so they glow when he catches the light. All the while I'm trying to avoid thinking about the fact that my skin is on his skin, my fingers on his face. I try to stop catching his eye when he looks up at me. We haven't been this intimate since the day he walked me home and made fun of me. He made fun of my driveway. And even then, we had barely started. We were still getting to know other's bodies, and then it was all cut short. And now, I'll never know his body in that way. He won't be my first. Maybe no one will be. Maeve, you've gone all quiet. Oh, sorry. I pick up my mum's handbag. My hand-held mirror and show him his face. Ooh, I like this, he grins. I usually just put on red lipstick. I haven't done this whole smoky eye thing before. Lipstick is so messy, I say. Yeah, he says. Hard to kiss with. I look at him, sitting on my parents' bed with a face full of shadows and pearls, and wonder if anyone has ever been this beautiful. We stare at each other. What is he doing? Why is he throwing out lines like hard to kiss with? Yeah, I screw the tops back on my mother's makeup and put it back on her dressing table. Maeve, he says, grabbing my hand as I pass him. I snatch it away. You can borrow some of my clothes if you like, I say quickly. I have a fur coat you could borrow. A fur coat. Don't start. It's inherited from my great-grandmother or something. We go up to my room and I show him the coat. The room, lit by the single bulb of my bedside lamp, glows like a sunken sunset. The rabbit fur catches the light and shines a deep steely silver. He puts it on over his t-shirt. You need to see the whole thing, with the silky top and the pearls and all that. All right, he says. Pass me the bag. I throw him the toad, and still down on my bed. Rue takes the fur off and slowly eases his t-shirt over his head, and I stare. God help me, I stare. I've never been alone in a room with a boy with his top off before. I've been to the beach. I've idly watched lads playing football in the summer, shirts versus skins. But here in the low light of my childhood bedroom, the place I've had chicken pox and sleepovers, the place I've slipped my hand under my pyjama pants and thought about, well, this. Him being here in front of me like this. The air shifts in the room. Rue looks at me. Looking at him, I decide not to look away. This, after all, could be the last chance we get. I decide to admire him. His body, like him, is a series of contrasts. His thick, stocky shoulders against the slender, elegant collarbone, the muscled arms that have spent countless evenings lifting amps and drums and out of practice rooms, versus the delicate arches where his stomach meets the button of his jeans. He's like a puppy now, all big paws and feet. In a few years, he's probably going to fill out like Pat did, strong and wide and thick as a brick. He watches me watching him. His face goes ruddy and red under the iridescent highlighter. He reaches for the navy top. "Hey," I say softly, "you don't have to put it back on." "I don't." "No," I smile. "I like looking at you." "I like looking at you," he responds, his voice hoarse, but I feel a little on display here. "Oh." I glance down at my own clothes. I'm wearing navy, as Fiona instructed, a woolly jumper, dress with thick black tights underneath. I pull it over my head, standing up as I take it off. I'm standing opposite Rue O'Callaghan, in my bra and tights. I want to laugh out loud, completely unable to believe what I've just did. When did I become the kind of person who takes their clothes off in front of someone? I answer myself and laugh stifles. When you decide that this could be your last day alive, Maeve, Aaron's right. It will be interesting if I live. He steps forward and pushes my hair off my face, his hands following it to where it ends, at my shoulder blades. Rue pulls me in closer to him, his warm body pressed against mine, in the cool attic air. "You are so beautiful, Maeve," he murmurs. It really, what?" I smile. "It really makes life very difficult for me." And then we are kissing. Kisses that go from being slow and simple to frantic, urgent and hungry. We have never truly been alone together before, only ever snatching moments in the underpass or by the beg. Our aloneness is driving us on, screaming, "Go now, now, before it's too late." I can't stop touching him. Every time I think I'm being too forward, too animal, he matches me, coming back even stronger. His hands are under my thighs. His mouth is on my chest. Gravity seems to pull us onto the bed, and I'm sitting astride him, his back propped against my bedroom wall. It's all too excruciatingly gorgeous, so heart-stompingly new. Everything I do, I can't believe I'm doing it. Then I can't be satisfied with it. I need to see all of him, experience all of it. "Whoa, whoa," Rule pulls his mouth away from mine, his voice breathless. "We need to calm down." "Woohoo!" "Why?" I say, nibbling his ear. "Because for one, we are due at the river soon. We can be done by then." He pulls back from me, alarmed at the practicality in my voice, at the word "done." He scans my face, which now blotched with his eye makeup. "Okay, well, even then, do you not think this is a bit too soon, Maeve? We are not even... We haven't even talked about. I'm getting frustrated. If only he knew that this could be our last chance, my last chance. I'm ready, I say, hurriedly. Rue, I want you to be my first. I can't even believe I'm saying this. I mean, it's true. I do want him to be my first, but I never thought of it would come out like this, with me trying to convince him. I'm flattered, and I want you to be my first. But it's not really the and I think they want to say time. I press my body closer to him, and I see his conviction start to wilt. It's too thrilling, all of this, having a body, feeling the power that comes with it. It's like everything I love about witchcraft. It's instinctual, animal, magnetic. He kisses me long and slow, his hands pulling me towards him. He wants this as much as I do. He breaks away again. Maeve, we don't even have anything. Any what? You know, protection. A huge wave of sadness suddenly descends over me. How can we be so connected, so physically glued to each other, and be coming at this with such a different points of view? Here's Rue, worried about the future, about babies, about protection, and here is me, with all the proof in the world, pointing to the fact that there is probably will be no future, for me at least. He starts looking at me worriedly. Maeve, are you? I get up and reach for my dress on the floor. Never mind, I say. You are acting really weird. Oh, really? I whirl around. You didn't think that when I was... No, he interrupts, clamping both hands on my shoulders. I mean, ever since I got here, you've been off. Are you nervous about the spell or something? Is that it? Yes, I say tightly. I'm nervous about the spell. Maeve, you need to tell me what's going on. I feel like I know something that I don't know. I shrug. It's 11:40. We should get going. Hey, you dropped this. Rue bends down to pick something up off my bedroom floor. My jacket, necklace, has fallen between the pillows and off the bed. I take it from him. Dad brought it back from Portugal. It was his way of saying that he wanted to understand me. It was supposed to be a protection charm. I'm about to put it back on, but stop and look at it for a moment, smoothing my thumbs over the black stone. Looks like I've had protection charms coming out of my ears lately, without even realizing it. But who's protecting Rue? Why don't you wear this for the ritual? He smiles weakly as I lace it around his neck, the stone clicking softly against the glass pearls. It's for protection. He kisses me softly and smiles. When this is all over, he says quietly, I would like to please take you on a date. I laugh a little, the chuckle tinged with sadness. We need to go. We trudge to the river bank, him in the rabbit fur, me with my school bag. Fiona is already there. Hey, you two. Hi, you two, she says, a nervous smile on her face. Hi, I reply. Let's do this. Wow, it's exciting.